There it is.
Try to guess me up, still I rise. Wanna see me fall, but I still touch skies. Had enough, call you bluff. Try to fill me up with the same old lies.
I'm mindful of it all, I got a mind full of it all. I'ma rise when I fall, and I'ma ride for my dogs. And people say they want the best for me. I'm only moved by integrity. A lot of pastors think they're really celebrities. Gotta rise from me, do the math and divide from me. And you can ride the waves, but don't trip when the tide's coming. Gas me up if you want, I'm on the road to riches. How you expecting to stunt when your soul is missing?
Try to guess me up, still I rise.
What's up, guys? It's Flex Friday Live, a show where the creators of YouTube channels The Story Till Now, Dirt Garage, and KC250 talk about off-road adventuring with special guests. If you're watching live, you can join in too on the live discussion in the chat window. Brought to you in part by Epic Adventure Outfitters. And now, here's your hosts, Casey, Clint, and Sean.
All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Flex Friday Live, number 13. It's good to be back. It's been a couple weeks. How are you boys doing?
It has been. It's how come it's only our second upload though?
Weird.
So strange.
So confusing for new subscribers.
Very strange. How are you doing, Clint?
I'm pretty good. Pretty soon, I'm hoping to have my truck out of the shop tomorrow.
Ooh.
And go for a little bit of a test drive. So that
Test
should
drive to my place?
Nope. Test drive down the alley and back. 'Cause I still need to get a rear drive shaft made.
All right.
So all I can test is front wheel drive with my square tube drive shaft, which means I can't go very fast with
Fair
it.
enough.
Or very far.
You're
It's a
trying.
long test drive to your house, Sean.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's a very long test
I
drive.
won't expect greatness from you right off the bat.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you
We'll
did
get
burn
there.
you did burn your truck down last time.
Yeah, no, it's almost back. It's
How's it
better.
going, Casey?
Good. Just busy. Just well, I think we should introduce our other new guest tonight, and then I'll talk about what I was just working on.
Oh, okay. Don't ask me how my week was or anything. You know, just move
Go
on.
fast.
Our guest tonight is a fellow local YouTuber and a professional boxing coach, Teddy from Unwinding Roads. How's it going, buddy?
Good. How's it going, everyone?
Good.
Welcome to the channel.
So
Podcast.
just to
Thank
kick
you
things,
for having me.
no problem. Just to kick things off, why don't you give our 25 concurrent viewers a little rundown
28.
about yourself?
28 now.
28. Oh man, we're killing it.
I wasn't nervous before, but now at 28, I'm
Jeez.
getting a little
It's a
camera
game
shy.
changer, right?
That's your lucky number too.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm Teddy. I'm half of Unwinding Roads. My wife is the other half. We kind of got into it by accident with everything going on.
By accident.
Yes. It was I had a boxing gym, and that's what I did full time for work. Was I trained fighters as well as trained people for fitness. And with everything going on, started doing some online stuff. Had to learn how to edit, and I hated watching myself editing. So we started editing our Jeep videos, and yeah, one thing led to another real quick, and here we are. It's been a wild ride.
It doesn't take
How
long,
it
man.
goes.
Yeah.
So, what was your inspiration for starting your channel?
So the start of the channel was actually it was my personal channel at first, which I just used it to watch other like YouTube. And when my neighbor, he's pretty big on off-roading, Lost Boy. You guys might know him as Lost Boy, but so I would go out with him. And the first time we went out, we filmed it, I edited it, put it up, and he enjoyed it, shared it with friends and so on. And it was kind of funny because with my boxing channel, like to hit 100 views was like, it would be incredible. Like some of my videos still don't have 100 views, and they've been on there for months and months. And with this one wheeling video, it hit 100 views in like a day, and it was like, holy cow. So from that, I ended up getting a few subscribers, and then kind of progressed, and I actually started enjoying the editing and creating, I guess, these videos. And yeah, it's been, there's
Now you're a
just hanging
professional.
on for the ride.
Yeah, it can be a real creative outlet to make the video, not just go off-roading, but actually edit and produce and upload is a creative thing you can do, which is fun.
Yeah, I've always
Absolutely.
needed some kind of creative outlet to do
Yeah.
something. So videos have always been my favorite. Yeah.
Let's talk about what I was working on before I got on here.
Sounds great.
Man, we haven't podcasted in a couple of weeks, eh?
No, it's all right.
I forgot how.
So Teddy's channel is Unwinding Roads, and we've been over the last few weeks working on some shirts, and one of them is right here that I'm.
Oh, yeah, the
you
new
can just see
shirts.
it there, wearing the first T-shirt for your channel, and
That's awesome.
there's some hoodies, and I'm gonna be bringing over all your pre-orders that you've been getting with all your friends and subscribers and stuff. And we've got a few extras we just put on dirtyanddangerous.com. So
Oh, I got to go
get a
buy one right now.
pre-order.
Hold on.
And
Before they sell out.
there's only a few. And
Guys, dirtyanddangerous.com right now. Super limited Unwinding Roads. Teddy's first
Off the
merch
press.
drop.
there's a handful there.
It's live right now. There's really, seriously, not very many. I almost bought them all.
And you realize you needed more Jeep parts, and it's probably you don't need more hoodies.
Yeah. So tell everyone about your name, Unwinding Roads. What's the meaning
let's
behind
explain
that?
it.
So
Go deep.
but Unwinding Roads, I don't even know how we came up with that one. It was a friend of mine. Actually, he's one of my best friends. He was the best man at my wedding. He started a company called Winding Roads Motor Cars. He's a car salesman. So as a joke, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna call my thing Unwinding Roads. And then, like I said, everything's been progressing so quick. And we ended up just keeping it. And I was like, well, I'm gonna need a logo now. And I wanted to do something with the hand because it's a Jeep, and I didn't know what. And then we came up with that.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's funny how.
interesting.
Sorry, Casey. Go ahead.
I was just saying the way that you colored it and put the different colors in the logo. I was explaining it to my daughter earlier because she didn't understand the logo, and I was like, it's a hang loose, but you've got mountains, snow-capped mountains, the sun,
Yeah.
the water. You had sand, but we had to knock it down to 4 colors for the shirts. But dirt and sand.
It's white sand. It's tropical.
It's like snow. It's the
Invisible
kind of
sand.
beach Sean and I would
It's
make
so
a margarita.
fine. You can't even see it.
And Clint.
Those ones usually have snow. It's the Canadian beach, right,
Would you
Casey?
call it a Canadian beach?
Yeah.
Canadian beaches
Yeah.
all winter long, everywhere.
Awesome. What you're saying though about how you named your channel is kind of funny because I think a lot of people, when they named their YouTube channel, myself included, never expected it to go anywhere. So they didn't put a whole lot of thought into the name. I'm looking at KC250
What are
here.
you saying?
But yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we can go around. If you guys thought that your channel was going to actually, be something like it is now, would you have done something differently?
So my first channel's name was Clinton929, so quite similar to
You should have
KC250.
stuck with it, man. It's fine. What are you talking
Look
about?
at where he is now. It's KC250.
And I think it's got like 300 subscribers. And I wasn't going anywhere. That's why I started Dirt Garage.
But you're very specific with your name, though. Like you literally have a
absolutely.
dirty garage.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a garage then, but dirt as an off-road garage, as in I work on vehicles, so pretty straightforward.
And the floor of his garage is dirt.
Yeah, I've heard.
I thought it was made out of the entire garage.
Yeah, the entire floor dirt.
See, when I was making my channel, I wanted my name to be in my channel, but I didn't want my first name and last name to be the channel name. So I was just like, let's throw the postal or area code for our phone number in here, because that's what Chef John and I use for our Xbox handles, is our first name and area code.
You know what my biggest regret about my name is? And I don't have a problem with the name. It's like doesn't really have anything to do with off-roading or anything, right? Because it wasn't an off-roading channel in the beginning. But the biggest problem I have with it is people who don't know you that well will be like, "Hey, you're the story till now," you know, like it's your name as a person.
Yeah, but you know what's even weirder is the reverse, because for you guys, it's like, oh, it's Clint from Dirt Garage or Sean from The Story Till Now. I get it's Casey from KC250
or KC250 from KC250. Yeah. Was it Epic Family Road Trip that just dropped that one in their last video you were in?
It happens a lot.
Casey from KC250.
When people mention me.
Yeah. No, you actually.
Well,
probably
what are they supposed to say? This is Casey.
I don't know. And
like...
now, and on a couple videos ago, and actually Saturday's video, I start the video off this week on KC250. Yeah. You know, talking about as it's an own entity. So who cares?
That's hilarious.
Maybe I'll change it to Overlanding 250.
There you go.
No, but see, you actually you have the most generic kind of name out of everyone, but you kind of came out ahead because it's actually your name.
Yeah. I just wanted people to, if my channel ever got momentum, that I wouldn't be referred to as a channel name, and people would know my name.
Yeah, like me.
And that was my
a fair bit of my audience calls me Dirt, so
that's rude.
Like they didn't even know I had a YouTube channel.
Seems somewhat impolite.
It's called me Dirt.
Yeah.
Well, you can, Casey, you have your alternate nickname IC250 that you can always go for.
When we get stuck in the snow, the alternate Casey comes out.
When you start your igloo building channel.
You could be Snow Garage.
Yeah.
Like over glamping 250 could be a possible.
I like Casey's channel name when we use it as like a unit of measurement, like when you were beside the world's largest truck in Sparwood.
Yeah, the tire's about 3
How many KC250s fit
3 KC250s
in this truck?
Something like that.
I mean, that's another valid use.
I mean, I do always lose my tape measure, so
yeah.
I always know where Casey is.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just good. It doesn't really matter what your channel name is, I guess. Too much.
All right, we got 40 people hanging out in the chat. Say what's up if you're in the chat. We are monitoring it on the side here while we're talking. We'll answer some questions at some point during the evening.
There was a question about my lunch today.
Hanging out.
I don't know if you saw that.
Question
Did you
about
guys
what?
see my lunch I posted on Instagram?
Did you just make that up, Casey, because you want to talk about your lunch?
No.
Yeah, I didn't see that in chat.
I didn't see that post.
Asked you what your lunch?
Like, what post are you talking about?
Said, let's hear about KC250's burger we had earlier.
You had a burger earlier?
Yeah.
How come I didn't hear?
Deep fried macaroni and cheese burger.
Oh, what? Okay, this is worthy.
I don't know if we can lock this in for focus, but we'll try. No, it's not working. So it was they had deep fried balls of macaroni and cheese.
As in you can buy this?
Big Wheel Burger.
Oh, never
we
heard of it.
We didn't go to Big Wheel Burger when you were here.
No, I don't think we did.
Next time.
All right, I'm on my way.
But they took we had a tailgate with the Corvette for lunch with Chef John.
Nice.
But they took balls of macaroni and cheese, deep fried them, and then put them on their cheeseburger. It was awesome.
Sounds really good and terribly unhealthy.
Yeah, it was definitely. At least I only had the single cheeseburger. I didn't get the double cheeseburger.
We could definitely make that camping.
Where's
Chef John?
Chef John, you need to make.
Listen, we want mac and cheese burgers, okay?
Burgers.
Engage.
Just get it lettuce wrapped. It's fine.
What? Fine for who?
Well, me and Teddy were talking about diet because Teddy,
Yeah.
as I said earlier, he's a boxing coach. He's actually training me to box right now. And
Yeah.
so we got into talking about diet and what fast food was okay and what's not. And he was
Yeah.
recommending the lettuce wrapped chicken lettuce. What's it called, Teddy?
Just like a chicken burger lettuce wrapped.
Chicken burger lettuce wrap.
From where?
A&W.
Get them at A&W.
Oh, A&W.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get lettuce wrapped, A&W is where to go because they do it right. They give you like lots of lettuce and it's thick instead of just like one leaf and drips all over the place. And then you don't enjoy it.
It's like solid, legit lettuce.
Yeah,
I don't think I would enjoy it no matter what way it was made.
I mean,
it's true. I always say that you won't enjoy the meal, but you'll enjoy how you look.
but think
at
about it. What healthy stuff can you get at a drive-through? Like
you know,
your
when I
options are
was-
extremely limited.
Yeah. So my go-to when I was lifting a lot was I would go to McDonald's and I would get a chicken Caesar salad with double chicken. And you can put however much Caesar dressing you want because it comes in a package. And then you're getting extra protein on salad. And it's not a wrap.
So you're excusing extra ranch dressing as extra protein?
No, Caesar dressing. But it's not like it's just basted in Caesar dressing. You can put on just a little bit and not get a ton of extra calories.
I don't think I could do that.
Oh, there you go. Actually, chicken nuggets are pretty good too.
They're not made of chicken.
Yeah, well, there's some in there.
Yeah, there
flavor
sure is.
anyway.
There's just a lot of.
We were
sodium
talking
there.
about this too the other day, right, Teddy? He was telling he apparently he deep dives on what's in food. He's really into that. And so he started picking apart all my favorite foods, how they aren't really food, or they aren't really this, or aren't really that. And I told him to shut up.
Yeah, I imagine we could have some good conversations over a campfire about nutrition.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Boring.
Yeah.
How about we eat some hamburgers?
Well, Chef John cooks up a
5-course meal, Philly
high
cheesesteak.
carb,
How about that Philly
fat meal.
cheesesteak sandwich, man? Does that
quick little, that's what's
Spoiler.
coming on the next few videos.
Sorry, spoiler.
Not spoiler, but there's some epic meals on my video on Saturday and on your video on Monday coming because we took Chef John with us for another trip. It was awesome, and he cooked up some amazing meals, and we were eating on the good life once again for another
Very
weekend.
good life. Yeah.
I think Chef John is coming with us again on our next trip.
Good.
So
He's
looking
hired.
forward to that.
It's an internship,
This
we'll
whole-
call it.
I guess we're kind of on the topic of overlanding YouTube channels. Isn't that what we called this video today?
Something like
Something like
that.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I just
think.
want to say something
Is it
real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the chat. I'm not able to type in, but I see Carrie's in there, and Carrie gave me like one of the best beers I've ever had. I don't know if Carrie,
Yeah.
you can hear me, but if you write down what it was because I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, we all want to know
Yeah,
if it was that good of a beer. It's important we find out what it was.
We gotta find out.
Yeah. So on the
Where I
topic
was
of
going with the overlanding is that this whole like cooking and eating element of off-roading has really changed the dynamics of enjoyment when we go out.
well, and you got your rooftop tent, so now you're sleeping
that's
cozy, and you have a chef. Like you're literally just getting into overlanding, and you have a chef and a hotel.
the
your
trail
truck.
condo.
Yeah, the trail condo.
And now we've got the Starbucks in the espresso machine.
Yeah.
So we're good in the morning. I mean, it's pretty
See what it
much
takes
like-
to get this guy to go out camping.
I need about $20,000 worth of things and,
Yeah.
and a personal assistant.
Well, at least you're invested.
I enjoy the eating part for sure.
Yeah, no, the question was, is it hard to start an overlanding YouTube channel in 2021?
do you want the real answer or do you want?
Yeah, man.
Let's hear what you got.
Yeah, what do you got?
I'd say it's very difficult until you start wheeling with Dirty and Dangerous. Things go a little quicker.
No, you gotta give yourself some credit there, though. Like you're doing the right things, and your videos are super entertaining to watch. So
So yeah, so on that, I mean, to be honest, like, there's obviously more eyes on my channel than if I had not met you guys. But um, on that topic, you don't think the work ethic has been the same since the beginning? Because I was learning to edit for my job, so
Mm-hmm.
the amount of effort going into the videos, I mean, you guys can't really tell, but I'm putting in about 40 hours of work per video, which
Yeah.
is, I mean,
That's pretty much the regular for all of us,
Yeah,
I think.
it's a grind.
right, yeah. So there you
And
go. Yeah.
yeah, it takes a very, very long time to actually gain traction. A very
Yeah.
long time, and even longer to actually try to or get something like monetarily back from it. Start making something of the channel and go full time like Sean or what I'm trying to do. But yeah, no, it's a grind.
Yeah, I think when Sean and I were talking about this topic, we thought I think it would be, and I don't know if you got any further with planning, but it would be kind of, I think, good to break up the segments and we can talk about the different sort of phases that it takes to actually create a video and the time and the process if people were interested to understand a little bit further, because
Yeah.
I think we all have a slightly different twist on how we get through from start to finish on a video and the amount of time and
Yeah.
and give our audience an idea of just
Well, so
what
much
it takes,
goes
right?
into putting out essentially a half-hour TV show every week
Yeah.
without any vacations and without any crew, from planning to actually doing it and filming it all at the same time, and
And
then
then trying to make it all make sense in editing.
downloading
Yeah.
all your you know
But to start
hundreds
off
of gigabytes of footage. And
so let's walk through making a video. And I think the first place, and this is where I have the most challenge, I think, is finding things to do and scheduling it. And I think
yep.
we've been, and us a little bit more than Clint, just because of where you are, is that we can do stuff together, and it's definitely, I think, helped, and being available, having availability to go out and shoot on
Yeah.
other people's schedules allows everybody to constantly be able to connect up and get stuff done. But just the planning that goes into making videos is a huge amount of work before you even step foot out and start filming, right? It's
I still don't know where I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah.
just going.
Yeah.
Well, you got to plan where you're going. You got to plan who exactly you're going with. Not everyone wants to be on camera or is cool
Yeah,
with you making as many stops.
Most
as you
people
like
are
to
cool,
make.
but that is
Yeah.
a challenge.
But yeah, sometimes you do need to plan who you're going out with.
Yeah, not everybody wants to be on camera or be part of the.
Or yeah,
Or
be part of
or
it.
wait while you
Or
go get a
yeah,
shot.
exactly. Or wait. Or hold up, guys. I got to set up the drone or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Well, whatever
And
you
I
see on our 15 to 30-minute video of a trip, like, we're spending probably double to triple the amount of time it would normally take to do that trip as well, because we're stopping,
Yeah.
setting up cameras,
Last
sending
week,
out drones, vlogging.
last week we just did a loop
Cry.
through some of Vancouver Island, and I think we shot most of that video, the video that I have coming out, in just 3 or 4 little spots, right? And we spent 3 days out there exploring, hanging out, and shooting. And when it boils down, it's a 24-minute video, but it's just packed from start to finish. But the thing I was going to say is, like, scheduling and what I'm always trying to do is getting people organized, right? Hey, here's what the plan is. People want to know in advance, especially if they're not making YouTube videos. Where are we going? What time are we leaving? What time do we got to be there? What am I bringing? And so there's a constant swirl of logistics, unless you're doing this by yourself, to get people in the right place with the right thing going in the right direction. And that's where the videos start. That's just the beginning. And organizing, I don't know how many messages I send in a day, every day, to people, to coordinate just what's happening next to talking to vendors to getting friends in the right spots, and it's just nonstop, right? And if you can't
Chatting with us all
multitask
day
and organize, it's really challenging.
And then not only that, the work also starts well before you're even hitting the trail, making sure all your drones are charged, your camera batteries are charged, your SD cards are empty. You even have your SD cards. I've gone out twice forgetting my SD cards.
Yeah, I literally have an emergency SD card pack.
I do now.
In the Jeep.
It's stupid. The GH5 has 2 slots for it. I should just be keeping 2 SD cards in there. One that I don't use, but it's there just in case.
Yep.
And the one that I use, but I do now. But it took me a couple of times forgetting my card to actually decide to do that.
So Teddy, as someone who's, how long have you been doing this now?
Yesterday was my 20th video. One of them.
So a few months.
21. In 21, and since I want to say it was December is when I started. Maybe a bit more before that.
That's around when I recall first seeing your videos.
Well, what happened to me? Yeah, go ahead. So what happened to me? Happened to me was one of my videos caused a local stir up.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Right, and then everybody started talking about it, and
that was the one where your video was named Grotto or whatever.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
and it was crazy, and then it was funny because a lot of the people in the groups that were upset about it are the same groups that are doing beginner and newbie runs to the exact same place. So I mean, they're literally showing people how to get there and where it is. And I mean, the video is, it's a video. And I always mix up the videos. I mirror a lot of shots so that it looks like we're going left instead of right. And I'll put the coming back as going there to sort of, keep places somewhat quiet but yeah, I mean,
well, you got kind of a bad rap for that one, considering that it's not like that video was going to have much impact locally, right?
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah,
this is true. Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, I forget what I was gonna say. Now I got sidetracked.
Well, I was gonna say to Teddy, as in, we've talked about kind of like everything that goes into it. Like, how much of a learning curve has that been for you, and how do you, like, as someone new to it, how are you handling the time commitments and all of that?
So it's not even close to being a job for me yet. Obviously, I'm not monetized at all. The videos that I'm putting out are realistically is just I want to push myself. Right now I have no gym. I'm not sparring anybody. I'm not doing anything, right? So this is definitely a way to push myself to see what I can do, like with something brand new. I mean, if you were to ask me, I'd say in October what Aperture was, I would have no idea. I have no idea.
Still don't know.
Casey just thinks he bought a bigger GoPro.
Auto all the way, boys. Auto.
How's that Sony GoPro working out?
Auto everything. Yeah, auto everything. But yeah, so but yeah, the that's what I wanted to do. As far as the learning curve, I mean, 2 learning curves. I didn't do any wheeling before all this either. So this past weekend, I got 2 major lessons. One of them being understand the conditions, because we didn't, and number 2 being with the videos, there's absolutely no script. I mean, I have an idea of what I want to shoot when we go out, but things happen, and normally I would not have grabbed the camera to film nearly the amount of things that I did. But of course, wheeling with Sean and picking up those things, it's like grab the camera, and it became way more authentic. This past video is the best video for us that we put out as far as numbers.
Yeah, it was really good too. That was a great video.
Improvements. Yeah, you can see. You need to come out with me because I am 100% unscripted.
I found him first, Casey.
What's
Can't
that?
have him. I found him first.
You don't even have a shirt yet.
Oh, touche.
But like there's a huge difference between all three of us in how we shoot and create a video, right?
Yeah.
And I've learned a ton from Sean, and even just going out the couple times we went out east to visit Clint, I see things every time I shoot with somebody else. I see little things.
Yep.
When Rob comes out, I see little things about how he's doing and how he manipulates the camera, and you just pick up little bits, and over time you build a portfolio of little things, and it starts to come together to be fluid in your own style.
Yeah, and I'm very much like a puzzle guy. Boxing is a physical game of chess, right? So it's very much there's pieces to the puzzle that you have to sort of figure out and then use those pieces. So I'm constantly looking at the numbers and where did people drop off? What's my click-through rate? What's my how much percentage of the video are people watching? And trying to just manipulate the video to be more entertaining, I guess, really. And it's been a wild ride for sure. Absolutely.
There's a lot of data with respect to how to optimize your videos, and I think some of the things that, and I won't speak for Sean, but that I saw in initially meeting you, and I think what's drawn the three of us together is just when you see the interest and creates the passion, and then you have the commitment to keep doing it. And a lot of people will do a few videos, they're like, oh, I don't have 1 million subscribers and I don't get how it works, or I don't. But there's also like other things that you see when I look at your video, and when you're talking about stuff, that you're actually looking at the analytics, that you're looking at the design of the video, you're looking at the thumbnails, the titling, and what other people are doing. It definitely separates from other people, because there's a lot of people that want to make videos, and I'd love to help as many people as we can. But at the same time, if I don't see certain things and then over time seeing improvement or going in a direction, it's kind of like, I'm not sure you're taking this at the level of seriousness that the rest of us are. And so how do we
Casey's
spend our
basically
time
a parole officer.
A parole officer
Come knocks on your door. I don't think you're taking this seriously. You're going back to
Get a
jail.
job, son.
Go get a real job. Stupid
Get to
YouTubers.
acting, Frank.
Your script sucks. What somebody in the chat said, wanted to know if we'd ever redo a trip again with a script in mind.
Yeah, well, and Adventure Burger. That's the only thing I'm scripting.
Adventure Burger too. That wasn't scripted. That was a reality show.
I mean, it's basically just like an extended version of how we go overlanding or off-roading.
One of the most popular movies of all time. Won
no
awards ever.
But that's interesting. Like, I don't know if I would ever do something scripted like that in my videos. That's just not the flavor of my channel.
No, we don't script anything.
Yeah, that's more for mainstream media.
There's a question earlier about, do all of your videos have to include fire, including Clint's garage?
Wow. Too soon.
Oof.
There wasn't any actual flames in that video. I just talked about it.
It's because you didn't grab the camera fast enough.
You could see smoke billowing out of my shot.
Who doesn't like campfires, though?
Yeah, I love campfires.
Even if they're just on a screen, you're still mesmerized by looking at them.
I don't know. There's something about watching a fire.
That's my trick to getting so many subscribers on YouTube. I hypnotize them with campfires.
With campfires and bacon.
Yeah.
What's the most popular Christmas video of all time? It's the campfire.
Yeah.
Campfire video. I was going to circle back to the topic about talking about where trails are, because I think not everybody understands that perspective that we have with respect to where trails are and the sharing of information. And we get asked a lot on our channels, oh, where is that? Where are you guys? Can you post up coordinates and stuff like that? And we're all from British Columbia, and there's sort of I don't know what you used to describe it, but
culture.
Culture that we don't share unless you're there. And it's because the trails aren't like OHV parks throughout a lot of the places that I've seen in the States where people are wheeling. It's a physical place. Everybody knows about it. It's easily findable on a map. And those are the kinds of things, like when we went to Whipsaw, I posted up the coordinates because it's a known trail. But a lot of the places we're traveling, you know, we're allowed to be there, but at the same time, if we flood it with new traffic, it will deteriorate the place. Or what we've seen, you know, with other videos, it can cause larger repercussions. But even before that happened, when we were filming Adventure Burger, we ran into people that had seen your videos and were up there in the complete wrong rigs and shouldn't be in that.
Literally every group that we ran into said, "Hey, Sean, how's it going? Saw this on your video."
Yeah, but you know, it's not like going to visit you know, Glacier National Park or something. Like, these are remote, rugged places to get to
with endangered grizzly bears.
And you can get into a lot of trouble if you don't know what you're doing on some of these places. So
yeah. Karens on quads will come and start yelling at you. Random stuff like that.
So I think, you know, it's good to talk about why we don't post locations and why we're generic, where I think, like,
mostly just because people will whine about it, to be honest.
The locals, the local community.
That's basically why.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no problem respecting what the general consensus is with the community. So
yeah.
That's why we don't share that information usually.
And also whiners.
And also whiners, yeah.
Someone was asking if we ever had a close call when encountering traffic coming the opposite way. And on our last trip, we had that logging truck come around that corner, and we all had to quickly dive into the ditch when it was coming downhill, which wasn't terribly close for an encounter, but at the same time, it definitely, you have to stay on your toes. And if we weren't traveling at a reasonable pace on the tight inside of the trail, it could have been rough.
I've encountered a dirt bike coming towards me going freaking mock chicken around a corner, and and it having to
I need to look up exactly what the speed that is later.
That's got to be slow. I mean, fast. I mean, I don't know.
And that biker definitely freaking crapped his pants coming around the corner, seeing this truck coming at him. I wasn't going fast, but he sure was. And that scared me because I didn't want to hit him. But that's probably closest I've been. And he didn't hit me, but he hit the ditch and crashed.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen quads out there just ripping right in the middle of the trail.
That's the biggest thing I encounter is we'll be going up Harrison somewhere usually, and quads will just come drifting around the corner super fast. And if you'd been 10 meters further ahead,
mock chicken fast.
Yeah. I need a sticker. This Jeep can go mock chicken.
We've got a lot of
vehicle capable of mock chicken.
We'll add it to the list.
Careful.
That one will come after the Canadian
Warning.
Beat sticker.
I need that to stick on the speedometer. Like it gets to a certain level.
To the top.
Mock chicken. Lights start flashing on top of the truck.
Let's talk about the next. Like, we've talked about sort of planning and thinking about going out, but then the actual shooting and how long it takes to make a video, at least off-road. And I think we all have a slightly different scale, because Sean, you're making off-road videos every week.
Yeah.
Clint, you're making a combination.
For me, that's pretty straightforward. I bring a wife who's terrified of everything, and as soon as she gets afraid, she jumps out of the truck and says, "I'm filming." It works out great.
That's awesome. I'm jealous.
She'd rather be filming than being in the truck going up obstacles or hills or whatever. She's just like, "Nope, I'm filming."
Do you tell her you're going wheeling, or you just be like, "Hey, we got to go to the store"? And
no, I tell her we're going
right into a dirt road.
Well, when the truck's operational, it's just assumed we're going every weekend at some point, so she knows.
But you're excited.
Oh, I'm so excited to get back out, dude. My truck has been down since like January 2nd. It's been a while.
All of 2021 so far.
Yeah, all of 21 so far. It's been a while. but it's worth
for a
it.
backup rig.
It's so much better. I can't have a backup rig. I
Can't believe
afford
you
this
cut
rig
the
right
box
now.
on that rare Toyota pickup, Clint.
I did
Yeah.
cut the box. Yeah, I bobbed it.
How much
Shameless.
did you take out of there?
I took 11 inches out of my box.
Oh, 11 rare inches.
But the
You haven't put
departure
that video
angle.
up, though, hey? You've just put that on Instagram.
That video will be tomorrow. But yeah, I was waiting for parts to show up to finish the engine swap, and was still extremely motivated to keep working on my truck. So decided to hack it up.
Let's cut it.
So you've been working on this rebuild full time for months, basically.
Yeah, months. I'm in my shop every single day. It's like a full-time job working on my truck
For free.
for free.
Costing
yeah.
money.
It is costing money. Yeah.
I think that's an interesting thought because, we talk about, okay, well, we go out for 2 or 3 days to shoot a video, but you're in your shop for what, 8, 9, 10 hours? Like how long?
Yeah, 8 to 12 hours a day.
And making videos.
Working at Mach chicken speeds.
Yeah,
Rebuilding
yeah,
that
and
truck.
making videos at the same time. See, when I'm in the shop, I'm not filming absolutely every single step because there'd be a lot to show. And if I filmed every little thing, it would take twice as long. And I would be not nearly at the point I'm at right now if I filmed every little thing. Sometimes it's easier just to set up a time-lapse camera or just not even film it and just kind of go over what I did after the fact. But
Yeah.
yeah.
How much time do you spend sweeping the dirt floor?
I probably sweep it once a week.
But it takes a long time to make an install, like, because I do a bit of both, just like you, right? And I have been trying to change my install video style because I don't enjoy filming while installing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a way to
Makes
make
the
it
focus on
smooth
installing.
and fluid.
Really
Neither
serious.
do I. I used to do a bunch of how-to videos and stuff also, but I just don't enjoy making them. They're not as fun. I'd rather just be out wheeling, but I still like making the garage content here and there because I like showing off the buildup of my truck at the same time.
Yeah, I like the garage content, but not the tedious, put this bolt here, put that. And I don't
Yeah,
think
right.
big of an audience enjoys that either.
No, so when you're making videos like how-tos, you're making videos for a very specific audience and people that are going to actually go out of their way to search this. And most people that go out of the way and search that I've noticed don't convert into subscribers. They found what they needed and then they moved on.
Yeah, 100%.
So I don't feel a need to make that content anymore. I noticed that a few years ago when I was still making how-tos, how it was not converting to subscribers. So
Yeah.
you gotta evolve in order to actually grow on YouTube. So you need to figure out what works, what doesn't work, and how-to videos. Unfortunately,
How-to videos, installs, reviews, all that stuff does not work for me.
No,
I really enjoyed the rooftop tent install video, making that because
That's because it was like a vlog.
we're hanging out at Epic, we're getting something done over a few hours, but
That was a great
there's
video.
lots of thanks, and there's lots of like personalities coming in and out, and we're joking around, and it's more about the experience with the people than the specifics of the installation, but yet the installation is carrying the day in the video.
So yeah, that works too. If you have other people around to kind of drive the narrative of what you're trying to get or show, like you're installing your rooftop tent. Whereas me, it's just me in the shop. I film everything. My wife doesn't help me in the shop. She's in the house, but I only get her help out wheeling because she's just terrified. But yeah,
Well, I'm sure she likes it too.
the wheeling.
The camera,
Oh yeah,
doing the camera thing.
Yeah. She loves wheeling. She loves getting out to see spots right in her backyard that she's never been to before, and lots of people have never been to before. And yeah,
I wonder how many people have actually been to some of the places that we've been. Probably a lot.
very few. There's
But-
people.
Depends on the place.
Yeah, like there's some mountains close to me that I know people have never been up that you could drive. I could drive my Corolla up the mountain.
Well, that's why no one's been there. It's boring.
Let's all get Corollas.
That's why. You also have a 4x4 Corolla, Clint.
It's not
Yeah,
4x4.
exactly.
It's lifted.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 4x4.
No, eventually.
We don't need to give you any more projects.
I
okay?
need to find an all-wheel drive matrix
Six
that's written
runner
off before I can do
first.
that. But yeah, I know there's so many projects on the go.
The 6 runner has to be the next priority after you have a working truck.
Yeah, I need to start collecting parts for that. But...
Yeah. Sponsors, what up? Let's go. 6 runner.
Sponsors could be you.
So after we shoot a video, then sort of carrying on the trend of the topic of today's podcast, afterwards, then you've got to edit the video, and
Yes.
I think this is where most people don't know, because the amount of time,
The
that
hardest
goes
part.
in
Yeah.
every single video is enormous.
Somebody
Yeah.
actually asked earlier what operating system and editors we use too. So
Oh, okay.
should maybe get into that in a bit.
The
We'll
best
talk about that
ones.
in a second, but
Yeah.
I think like we're just talking about Saturday's video, which for me was quite a long video. It's 24 minutes, and that's a shaved down 24 minutes. It was in the 30s, and
There was a lot of me walking around in my underwear that he had to cut out for time constraints. So otherwise it would have been an hour. I'm not lying. That's the truth.
I think I had 250 gigs of footage from that weekend.
Well,
And
249 of me in underwear.
yeah, most of it was Sean, which is why the video is so good. In his underwear. But and you got to take 250 gigs of video, which is 2 hours of video, and try to find the best 24 minutes of it. And I think I have 15 or 16 hours of editing. And so if you don't like sitting at your computer and creating, but I think this is where the real creating occurs, right? This is where you're taking your real rough art and turning it into something.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't know
making
what
the story.
yep.
Yeah.
Editing is telling a story.
How
If
have you
can't do-
found editing, Teddy? Like, what's your time? Have you found your editing times growing? Because I think that's something I noticed from when I started to where I am now, because of all the things that I want to have in a video.
When I was doing the boxing videos, boxing specific, well, it was a little bit different too, because the camera didn't move. The camera was sitting still, and I did have a script. This is what I'm doing. This is I had the whole thing laid out, and then the editing part of it was fairly easy. It was just the me talking, and then some B-roll, add some music, and the video was done. Once I started doing the Jeep video with my neighbor, everything changed, because it was now other people are going to be watching that, and I want to get good at this. I don't want to just put out videos like for my work for boxing. I didn't want to just put out regular videos. I wanted them to be really good, so it almost felt like you were at a party or something during your workout. So I was trying to figure out how to.
That's how I feel every time I work out with Eddie.
Right, exactly. It's like a party.
It's like
And
a
you get to
party.
hit things. Yeah. So then with that, the video editing for me has always been pretty close to the same. It takes me a lot of hours. What I do notice is the format is sort of forming for me now, which is helping speed things up. But at the end of the day, I'm still spending the same amount of time, because I'm adding different things and focusing on
Workflow.
Once you learn your workflow, once you learn your style, once you learn what, like somebody said, finding music must be time consuming, and it is. But once you
Spend a lot
know
of time on
what
that.
type of music you're looking for, or what genre you like to use, and how you like to edit things, you can eventually become a lot faster at it. Like lately, I've been a lot faster than I have been in the past at editing, and a lot more so once I switched to DaVinci Resolve. It's just so much faster, in my opinion, anyways.
Me
But
too.
yeah, it's workflow. It just makes sense. You need to actually use it to learn it. And I was telling Sean that for the longest time. Like, you can't just try it for.
I get so frustrated with Premiere crashing on me all the time, and having to spend so much time just dealing with software problems.
that you're
Clint
paying
talked
for.
me into trying Resolve, and the amount of time I've probably saved, like days. I saved whole days.
Yeah.
It pretty much cut my editing time in half or more.
Yeah. So Premiere Pro, it's so full of glitches. Like I had the same problems you used to have. Like you used to have it would every time you try to render, it would never work the first time ever.
I've spent days just retrying my render that takes an hour each time, and
and
I don't know what it is, but Premiere hates color grades.
Yeah,
like it just
Resolve doesn't get too happy when you do a bunch of layers either. So
yeah, but it doesn't crash and just ruin your project. Yeah, and you're not paying for an extremely glitchy software.
It's free.
It's free. Yeah,
Premiere is expensive. That's a monthly subscription.
Stupid Resolve.
Well, the paid version's only like $300. It's not.
Yeah, it's a one-time thing.
I mean, for something you use every day.
Yeah, if I had to, I would gladly pay for Resolve.
Premiere's okay for me since I bought a new computer.
This is an interesting comment. Mike Hunt says other YouTubers say 1 hour of editing generates 1 minute of content, including titles, storytelling, voiceovers, music. Do you guys think that plays?
I would say I'm maybe twice that. Probably. I think I've got it down to 2 minutes per hour of editing.
I'd say I'm about that too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I suck at math. That's my answer.
Yeah, I think it's around. It's somewhere in the middle, but it depends a lot on the video for me too. Like off-road vlogs are huge time consumers for editing.
That's all I do.
Yeah, and where I can, some topics that I'm talking about, if you watch some of my videos, they're just shot in my garage or driveway with a bunch of jump cuts. I can edit that in 2 or 3 hours. It just really depends. If I'm just soapboxing about something which I want to talk about, there's not a lot of editing going on there, which I need to do because of my schedule. I can't shoot an off-road vlog every week and put 15 hours of editing into it because I have to also work full time. So it's sort of, I try to balance going back and forth between doing an off-road vlog every couple of weeks and then some sort of product video, some sort of thing I want to talk about video and rotate around.
Yeah.
I like Paul's comment.
What was Paul
1 hour to 12 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Use that auto edit button.
The GoPro quick.
GoPro quick. Paul's editing and go. It's 1 minute of editing and 59 minutes of trying to write the script.
When we're going out on an off-road trip and we're going out for even just for like 2 days, we're talking probably footage from 4 different cameras.
Yeah,
I got a audio to edit from my radio communications. We got.
I need to start doing that.
Dump all that footage onto your computer. Then you got to sort it all out and make it somewhat make sense on a timeline. And then you got to choose music. And you got to go in and chop everything up to the music and color grade it. And then you got to go back and refine it. Then you got to go back and add graphics. And you got to go back and watch it while you write your voiceover and record your voiceover. There's a lot of steps.
My process of filming is a lot simpler than your guys's, so my editing is a lot simpler as well. I only run the one camera. I run the GH5, the camera I'm using for this right now. I don't own any GoPros. I don't own any drones. It's literally as bare bones as it can be.
Hey, hold on a sec. You want to? I got a drone for you.
Okay.
I gift this to you, sir.
Oh, good.
Look, it still lights up.
Oh, good. But
that
it doesn't fly.
Another box full of GoPros back there.
You'd probably get that thing working in 10 minutes.
Do
you say so?
I've really, since getting my new camera, I really don't like using a GoPro anymore because I can really see the difference in the video, just the bit rate, the crispiness,
GoPro's
the
potato.
depth of field. And I've started even filming like the POV dash cam stuff with my camera and just holding it like that.
Yeah, and that's what I do when I do POV as well. I just have my GH5 over my dash.
Yeah, it's I just don't like the GoPro footage. I've only been bringing my Hero 9 for high risk shots where I don't want to I don't want to hang my Sony out the side of the window.
Casey goes from GoPro absolutely everything to GoPro. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm even hanging the Sony out the window.
That was literally his. If he had like a logo that was his head, it would be. I think I even suggested that he do this. It's like just Casey, but he's got the arm up with the GoPro in it. And that could be a silhouette, and it would be universally recognized as Casey 250.
But now it's this Sony camera hanging out the window.
And every time you do that, I'm terrified you're going to drop a $10,000 camera.
I know. It's
Or even
good.
a weird thing, like a rock kicks up and smashes the lens.
Yeah.
I have a really good filter on it, so I'm hoping that.
I actually have a
you know what?
bunch
It's
of
just cost of
chips.
doing business, boys.
Hey, I've got a bunch of chips on the front of my lens from I stuck it out on my gimbal in briefcase there, and I was going through some mud, and I thought it was just mud spray. Later, I look at my lens; it's got all these little chips in it.
See, mine is covered in welding splatter, and if I'm anything up
What it looks
above
like is welding splatter.
F6, F7, you can clearly see it. So
Yeah, I spent $175 on a lens cover for it. That's hardened material. It's whatever. It's hydrophobic, so stuff doesn't stick to it. And if something hits it, it's not
Hydrophobic, so it's scared of
I'm
hydro.
pretty sure my UV filter was like a $12
Scared of
Amazon
water.
Basics one.
Yeah.
When I remember to use it.
The
Get
best.
that bottled water away from me. I've got hydrophobia.
I mean, it's a $150 cover for a $2,000 lens. It's worth it.
Oh my goodness.
$2,000 lens.
Yeah.
That's brutal, man.
I think my lens was like $400, but
I bet that's like 50 cents in Japan.
That's why I stayed on GoPro for so long, because there was only one camera and one setup I wanted, and if I wasn't going with that, I wasn't buying a camera. So there we go.
He's serious
Took a
about
while.
two things: his cameras
Starbucks.
and his Starbucks.
What about, and sparkling water.
Three things.
The cream sodas on deck tonight. They're awesome.
How's everybody
we're
doing
down
in the
to-
chat out there tonight? Thanks for coming and
Arthur
hanging
had
out
a
with
good
us
question.
in this this little channel that we made to hang
Yeah.
out.
Who had a question, Teddy?
So he was at Carfleet. I've wheeled with Carfleet before, and he
Yeah.
got surgery on his arm and his wrist.
Oh,
So he's unable to go wheeling, and he was asking if something like that were to happen, any advice on ideas for videos to keep the channel growing while he's out of commission.
Dude, I would just
Yeah.
duct tape my arm to the steering wheel,
Yeah.
keep trucking, and make that
I just watched Sean walk through a freezing cold river with no pants on. I think you can handle a sore arm.
You got some great
There
shots.
you go, Brendan. You got to suck it up.
Honestly, though, some really good videos that have worked for me are watching out for new release stuff and doing a reaction video.
Yeah.
I've done stuff with, like, when the Bronco came out, the Gladiator, the Cybertruck, really good videos. Tens of thousands of views on those videos, and just easy to make.
Yeah.
You don't have to go anywhere.
I did a video talking about lunchbox lockers last year at one point in time. And that one's constantly gets tens of thousands of views also, and it's just me sitting there in front of a camera talking about lunchbox lockers. Videos like that, they take a lot more research. Like most of the time is in research. Actually shooting it takes no time. Actually editing it also takes like no time, because you're just cutting together a bunch of jump cuts yourself and then it's done.
Yes, Sean.
But yeah, there's
I have
absolutely
a question.
All right.
Never mind.
All right. No, I mean, Clint's right. And I watch and signed up for a lot of the press sites for the main car manufacturers. So I will watch those for press release information and materials. They usually post high resolution video and photos that you can actually use in your videos, because they're for press. And so those are great sources of information for that type of stuff. But there's lots of, review things, right? Or talk about things, topics to talk about, show your stuff off. You don't have to go out wheeling to make a off-road video.
Has my
True, you could do a
lunchbox.
rig walk around video or something too.
I got the perfect title. Has my lunchbox locker actually protected my lunch?
Such a bad joke. It's awesome.
Part of me has a feeling you don't know what Clint's talking about.
Oh, it's like to protect your lunch from bullies, right? Who would steal it from your
the bullies
lunchbox.
can't get your lunchbox.
Lunchbox locker.
I made a video about that.
So we had another question about last year. I'm not sure this is directed. I think probably Sean, but I think both you and I had videos for Four Wheel Drive Association at the Overland Expo. And are you planning on submitting something this year? And
What, the Overlander Film Festival?
no, Overland Expo. Was that on last year or the year before?
Overland
That was last
Expo.
year. In Lower Mainland. Is that what the one we're talking about? Dave W asked the question. I'm not sure.
Did you have a video on that?
I'd sent something over to Matt Ion. I think it was last year. A bunch of video content that it was displayed at the expo.
Oh,
But I'm not sure what the expo was. I was not into overlanding, and this is actually an interesting conversation because we have shied away from the topic of overlanding and the title of overlanding for quite some time, as almost taboo to the point where we call it over glamping or something like that.
it's a
But-
dirty word.
It is, and it's such a double-edged sword because from our point of view, when you look at search analytics and what's being promoted, even Donut Media, which is a massive car YouTube channel, just made a video about overlanding and how
Overlanding.
much popularity it has skyrocketed in the last year and a half, especially with everything going on.
I was totally expecting to see a clip from one of Sean's videos in that.
I was looking for any of
Me
us.
too. It's like
A clip?
yeah.
No, I was looking
But
for
not-
lots of other YouTubers that are into overlanding, and it's probably because we don't have any videos titled with overlanding.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like using that word
video.
in titles and stuff because I don't really think that's what we do.
No, but we're kind of doing it, and it's I would like to be more on the hardcore off-roading side of going to somewhere to stay there because we can't get home in time. But we've then now started to incorporate the food aspect into it, and this story of the journey and everything like that. And the flip side of it is it's a massively popular area and subject, and YouTube really recommends it and promotes it, and so you kind of got to go with the flow and what's happening on YouTube. We don't get to
That's
necessarily
why
dictate.
My video was titled Extreme Overlanding.
Yeah, and we were talking about that title, and you're like, I don't want to put overlanding. I'm like, here's the metrics, you've got to do it, and it's got a lot of good traction. Right?
100
Overlanding is
times.
in the title of this.
Yeah, same reason. No, it's like
SEO.
it was like 100 times more search hits on overlanding than like
Yeah.
every other word you could
Insane.
think of.
All right. Well, this can tie into what we're talking about, what it takes to make a YouTube video,
There we
SEO
go.
period. Like that is another huge part of what takes so much
Can-
time in making YouTube videos
And cost of business.
and cost of business. Yeah. So another thing you guys don't see is like we spend hours working on thumbnails alone, and we have a group chat and we send each other thumbnail ideas sometimes and try to figure out what we think would work best.
I always
For
like
a
to tell
specific video.
Sean the one I like is the worst one.
But yeah, that, and we need to figure out like the titles are super important, and those take a lot of thought, and descriptions need to go with that, and tags. Yeah, it's just so much more to it than just
really
what's
is.
on the surface.
That's
So
what I'm
SEO is search engine optimization, but
Yeah.
it's not the total picture, right? It's basically you're trying to get people searching for stuff to find your videos, but also YouTube leverages it as a way to recommend your video to certain audiences. So it's extremely important. And I would say, since we're on the topic of starting an overlanding channel, anyone who's starting a channel, if you have less than, I'd say 10,000 subscribers, you should really be heavily targeting videos that come up in search and trying to fill gaps in search, because it will allow you to get a lot more eyeballs on your videos. early on, and then as you get larger and your videos tend to get more views per video, YouTube understands who to recommend your videos to. And so you can kind of change gears and go for different areas and different things that you want in your videos. But early on, like my first year of making videos, I was trying to make videos that came up and ranked in searches or just didn't exist on YouTube at all. And it really, really helped a lot with getting the first 1,000 subscribers and the first 10,000 subscribers and, you know, the first few 100,000 views on the channel. And it's a really great way for someone who has no traction at all to say, oh, here's an area that I'm interested in. Oh, nobody's made a video on this product. Well, maybe I'll just buy that product and make a video about it. You know, it might be like $50 and you can make that video. It sure beats spending time making 10 videos that cost you nothing and getting you nowhere. Mm-hmm. And I think that's like one of the biggest advice I make for starting channels is make videos that fill gaps and
don't go hiking. It's boring.
What's that?
And don't go hiking. It's boring.
Watch my video for some funny segments about hiking. And
all I did was put dangerous in the title of one of my videos, and here we are.
Yeah.
So
there's also some other tactics for making your videos pop. Certain things you can put in the thumbnails that help a lot.
By the way, guys, I'm on TV tonight. If you have History Channel or Stack TV, Back Row Truckers, I'm in it.
Your show. I'm excited. I still haven't watched episode 3 yet. I think, what is this, episode 4 or 5?
This is episode 6.
6? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I've watched 1 to 4, so I'm behind one, but I'm gonna catch up tonight. Just gotta check out my cameo.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I want to see the ones you're in.
So do I.
Like, how did they edit me? Because you have no control. That's the hardest part, right? Like,
it was actually kind of fun.
I absolutely. I think it would be a great experience. But when you're editing your own video, you can always make sure you look exactly the way you want to look or be perceived the way you want to be perceived. But when somebody else is editing you into their video, and I think that's something that we've all started to kind of pick up on spending time together, is that we know the cameras are always out, and so anything is fair game that gets caught on camera, and you just have to be a little bit more reserved sometimes, right? And then generally really, we'll have like cameras are off after a certain time and we can let loose, but it's definitely something to pick up.
Jump up and down and chant around the fire
until we see a moon rising epically over the mountain.
The moon.
And then we all rush for the cameras. Yeah.
Sunrise over the mountain shot. Go.
Yeah.
I just picture Sean on set running around. Are you vlogging?
No.
So there you go. I think
it's actually totally different experience filming for a reality show as it is to filming for a YouTube channel. It's completely different.
I bet.
And so one of the weird things is who knows what I do or say, because they have cameras on you in your truck from like 3 different angles for the whole day, even when you're not thinking about it. So
yeah, no picking your nose.
Yeah. Hopefully. I'll find out when I watch
those are the only clips they use.
Yeah.
Here now, this is Sean, nose picker. That'd be horrible.
It would
but yeah, it's just something you get used to, right? And you know, I think we all kind of collectively understand when we stop filming, right? And we're not surprising people by filming, and you can kind of let your vlog persona down a little bit.
Yeah, I told Teddy to film people more.
Film people
Just
more.
Shove the camera in their face. Tell them to like it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be fun to get Teddy out on and just show off some different vlogging styles and how we do things differently. But yeah, there you go. So what do you think, gentlemen? 9:08. We're at an hour.
Oh, is it already? Man,
yeah.
Time flies.
Just having fun.
When you're flexing.
When you're flexing.
On Friday.
So, Teddy, what's coming up down the road?
I don't know. I
What's
guess
the next video?
we're gonna go in this weekend.
You should probably get lost.
We're gonna go away.
Go
We're gonna
away.
get lost, and
Yeah.
we're gonna unwind.
And probably unwind also.
Unwind down some roads.
Yeah.
We're gonna unwind. Have some fun.
Yeah, it's one of the things I really like about your videos is that saying you do at the end. You want to talk about that a bit?
Yeah, I don't know. I just started doing it, and then I just kept on doing it. And I was gonna keep on doing it. So
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like it closes it instead of just ending it. You know.
Okay, well, we'll get you to do it at the end of this episode
Okay.
just to close it out properly. So anyway, Clint, what you got coming up in the next couple of weeks? You got a video coming out, what, tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah. The Bob cutting 11 inches out of my bed.
Yeah.
11 rare
pickup.
inches in the trash. Gone
You
forever.
know, it surprised me how much backlash I got on that. People are like, "You're ruining a perfectly good bed." It's like, no, if you seen the amount of Bondo that was in this bed, you wouldn't. And who cares? It's my truck. I'm gonna modify
Yeah.
it to suit my needs.
Let the man do what he wants. It's his truck.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a show truck. It's not like this minty all original. It's so far from all original. It doesn't even matter. But yeah, I cut up my bed, and that video's tomorrow.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch that.
Watching that one.
For sure.
Yeah.
about
Well,
you?
I've got the first of our 2 videos between Sean and I from our last adventure coming out, which was awesome. We had a great time exploring some of Vancouver
Yeah,
Island.
really good trip.
And it's going to be a banger of a video on Saturday.
I've seen it. It's good.
Stay tuned. Thank you.
I
2
think people
thumbs
really
up.
like the mock chicken thing.
3.
I think they didn't
Yeah.
chat.
Mock
Like,
chicken is hilarious.
I think we need to just, like, get a cartoon. What does a mock chicken look like in a cartoon?
Definitely that smoke
need
going
that.
out the back.
It's like a chicken with,
I need a mock-
it's got like the jet engines on its butt or something.
Yeah.
A chicken with like the Roadrunner's lower half.
Yeah. Need that as like a cartoon and it says like mock chicken or something.
You know, I've been saying mock chicken for years, but it's hilarious. Like, you guys obviously have never heard me say that before by your
I've
reaction
never.
on this.
We should probably just figure out what a mock chicken would be in drink form and make ourselves a cocktail.
Yeah.
The mock chicken.
Yeah.
Anyways, Sean, what do you got going out?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Well,
The same trip.
yeah, the trip that Casey just talked about. We went over to the island and with Casey and Dustin and Chef John, and we went exploring. It was a good adventure. I crashed my drone. I hiked across a freezing cold river in my underwear while Casey filmed it by drone.
And my first reaction is get the drone.
Get the drone. Yeah, I killed one of my tires. It was a good adventure. So that's coming up on Monday morning at 9 a.m. See you there for the premiere.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Teddy, when's your
And I'm
next video out? You just had a video out yesterday.
Had it out yesterday, yeah, and
Yeah.
next one will be on Wednesday.
That was a good one. You guys couldn't winch that tree out of the way?
So it doesn't look big
No,
on camera.
that's sketchy.
So I have zero experience with trees, but it was from one side to the other was about 50 inches thick.
Wow.
So
If you think about it,
My
if you tried to
chainsaw is-
winch that and the tree started sliding down the hill, it would be attached to your vehicle. That
That'd
was
be
a
a
big
wild
tree.
ride. Oh,
Uh-oh.
we lost Teddy.
and the way it was set up, it was like still at the
I can hear him.
Teddy, we can't see you. What's going on?
oh no,
Oh, no.
did my camera die?
Camera die? Yeah, that's us.
Okay. Well, we can still hear you. So we'll just get you to close out the episode with
I
the
wonder
proper
if I can
closing.
Switch it to my Here, let's try this.
Whoa.
Oh, there you go.
You're back.
There you go.
Backup camera.
Backup. This is my laptop camera.
Perfect.
Just when you guys thought you got rid of me.
Oh, man. You look so much better now.
Hang on,
What's
Sean,
going on?
disconnect them.
Kicked. All right. Teddy,
But yeah, the tree had like the trunk, and then it was like bridged over the road to the other side of the road, and that's where it was touching the front side. So we were like, if we cut it here, it's just gonna, fall down and roll, and it was just way too big to deal with. I don't know.
A danger tree, for sure.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not worth it for us. And like I said, I've been wheeling since around Christmas time, so I wasn't ready to.
I don't know if I would. I don't think I would be messing with a giant tree like that either. I'm pretty reserved though.
All right,
Sean's a little
Teddy.
crazy.
So until next time.
Go away, get lost, and unwind.
Oh, that was wicked. Yeah.